All right, my friends, this video is becoming more involved than I thought it was going to, but it's worth looking at because this is what we deal with in California, which is currently run by communists. I'll remind you that communists are not human. So this is a special notice from the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. I Googled it real quick, California firearm excise tax, clicked on one of the results, chose the click I want anyway. So right here, you can see it like right there, 11%. As a seller of firearms, the dealer has to pay the 11% in the gross receipts. But of course, they charge that, or they add that to their customer, what their customer pays. Okay, sales of firearm products are subject to sales and use tax, and you have regular California state sales tax, sales taxes that are county-wide in the county in which the retailer is doing business, and then city taxes. So and then the 11% extra tax, which is what excise means. And then, okay, so here's how to calculate. Included in the gross receipts, the sales price of the firearm, any amount included in the purchase, including fees such as credit cards, shipping charges, are included in gross receipts. Okay, and then right here it has an example. So the fees required, not included, we'll get to that in a minute, are the dross fees. The fees required, not included in the gross receipts are, and there's only 2 bullet points, the fees required to be paid by the purchaser to the state of California Department of Justice, such as dealer record of sale, safety fees, or processing fees. So that's your dross fee. All right. Bullet point 2, the amount a seller collects as reimbursements from its customers for the excise tax. So the tax isn't taxed. Okay. At least they say it's not, right? Okay, so here's a tax calculation example. Selling price of a firearm, $500. Merchant credit card fee, $10. So gross receipts is $510. Okay, your regular sales tax, and 8.5% is pretty close to what we're paying in Fresno County. It's difficult for me to determine exactly. The people behind the register, they don't know. They just punch numbers in as someone else is doing the programming. But that's real close to where I live. I believe I'm 835, not 850. Okay, so just all your regular sales taxes, and then an additional 11%, $56. And then 8.5 is used as a demonstration. So now right here are some exemptions. The following retail are exempt. Sales to any active or retired peace officer or any law enforcement agency employing that police officer. Okay. So the pigs that come bust your door down because your neighbor who's mad at you called the red flag law, and then here they come, busting your door down, and then if you resist, they shoot and kill you. They don't have to pay the 11% tax on their guns. And then I'm not sure about this bottom one. If you're a really small-time dealer, and you only do 4,990 sales a quarter. So anyway, so that's the extra tax on guns and ammunition. And that tax is part of what has prevented me from buying any new guns lately. Right, I had my eye on the Colt Python, and then the Blue Python came out, and those are running like $1,500 plus an 11%, and then your total tax be close to 20%. You know, that's a lot of bread for an ordinary man. Anyway, okay, hold on a second. Okay, so there's more to it than just an additional 11% tax. There's the whole dealer record of sale. Yeah, there's a dross on the sale of ammunition. Look how much information I had to redact. My whole name, date of birth, ID number, zip code, eye color, hair color, height, weight, telephone. Look at the ammunition, or look at the information collected on the ammo. Who made it? What's it made of? Caliber, bullet type, how many. Yeah, so this information goes into a database, right? It doesn't disappear. There's no such thing as the cloud. The cloud is someone's computer somewhere else. And computers always remain. Even if the power goes out, they don't fail. When the power comes back, computers come back to life. So how much of my privacy right here? Now, let me state for the record, I don't think that by reloading, I'm avoiding this information, right? The state of California already knows everything about me. I've bought guns, I've bought ammo, I'm a licensed concealed carry holder, CCW holder. I've been through so many background checks, it's not even funny. So by reloading, you know, I'm not flying under the radar, okay? The state of California and the government in general is watching from the satellites. But there's this, right? The tax and this. Okay, so what ammo did I buy? Let's see. So here's the 2 boxes of ammo. Just any random, generic 223 full metal jacket. .55 grain. So how much was it? Okay, here's the, and what I'm going to show you right now is nothing to do with this company called The Firing Line. I like these guys, very friendly, helpful. They're just a bunch of dudes trying to run a small business and earn a living. This is where I go to renew my concealed carry license. I've been there like many times. So I recommend The Firing Line. I recommend these guys. What I'm going to show you, like, it doesn't reflect personally on this business. Because as I stated previously, they're just trying to make a living in the dense regulatory structure. Brick and mortar has additional costs that have to be baked into whatever product you buy. So keep that in mind. All right, they're 8/21/2025. What did I buy? Those 2 boxes I just showed you. How much were they? $18 each. That's 90 cents around right off the bat. Okay, now that $5 dross fee, it's not supposed to be taxed. Is it or not? I don't know. If it wasn't taxed, wouldn't it be below? Wouldn't it be on another line right here as a non-taxable item? I don't know. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead. So that $5 fee, because it's per transaction, like if I bought 1,000 rounds, it would still be $5. Right? If I bought 1 round, it would be $5. So I'm going to take that out of the equation, which brings the total cost down to $43.20. Divide that by the 40 rounds I bought, $1.08 a round. And that's no matter, like if I bought a case of 50 of these boxes, it would still be $1.08 a round. Unless I got it on sale and I talked to them about it and they're, you know, yeah, prices go up and down and that sort of thing, but $1.08 a round at the retail level. Right. Okay, so let's look at now how much it costs to reload. All right. Here's a box of 500 those same rounds. You've seen these before. All right, Full Metal Jacket, bolt tail, 55 grainers, $62. Okay, so the local sales tax in Fresno County is 8.35%. So $62 times 0.08 is $5.17. Round that up. So the total cost for those bullets, $67.80 divided by 500 of them, 13 cents each. Okay, 13 cents for the bullets. The primers, here's 1,000 primers. You can get those on Midway right now for $56. I thought, anyway, yeah, $56 times the sales tax. Here you go. So $60.68 for 1,000. So that makes it like 6 cents each, I think. I got that around here somewhere. All right. Powder. Where's my powder? Okay, so I bought this pound of gunpowder, and you can see across the top right there, Ramshot Exterminator, $36. I also bought some air filters. Okay, so where's the cheat sheet? Okay, so here's my cheat sheet. $36 times sales tax. This brings it right up to about $39 for 1 pound. Okay, there's 7,000 grains in a pound, about 25 grains of powder per bullet. So I get about 280 loaded rounds per pound. Now, if I got 3,000 rounds I need to load up, I'm going to need at least 11 pounds of gunpowder. Okay, at $39 each, at $40. All right, so but that brings my cost per round to 14 cents. All right, so my powder, 14 cents each. Primers, 6 cents. Bullets, 13 cents. Total, 33 cents per loaded round if I provide the labor. And so my cost, 33 cents. Retail, $1.08. I didn't realize the difference was that great. A difference of 75 cents per round. Okay, so this whole batch of 3,000 is going to have an approximate savings of $2,200, depending on what bullet I used and when I bought it, and because I did order some hollow points and some other bullets that cost a little bit more, but I'm saving about $2,000 on this batch, but I'm spending about $990. So it takes money to make money. So it's going to cost me about $1,000, but I'm going to save about $2,000. And I'm going to avoid this whole dross situation. I don't know, if I was Donald Trump, he doesn't even shoot, I guess. If I was Donald Trump's son, I know he shoots. Right? He ain't got time. They just buy it. I mean, right? I'm just an ordinary man. If I was rich, then I would have more time, or I would have less time or something. But so, all right, my friends, that's okay. You have a good day.